All right, today we're going to talk about the second part of word problems, and these are going to be with equations that have variables on two sides. Okay, so the first part says write a story that goes with the expressions and equations in each problem, and then solve for the unknown, and then interpret means tell what it means in context of the story. We've done that before. So here we have a story that talks about birthday parties. The number of people at the party is P. The cost of the party at Boondocks is 8P plus 60. The cost of a party at Raging Waters is 20P. And then you have the equation 8P plus 60 equals 20P. So I'm going to give you a story. Yours can be similar. So let's start with this. So let's write the cost of a party at Boondocks is $8 per person, because that's the 8P. And a $60 setup fee. You pay that once. $1 there. Okay, that's what that 8P plus 60 represents. So the cost of a party at Raging Waters is just $20 per person. So the cost of having a party at Raging Waters is $20 per person. That sounds fun to me. Okay, so the question is, and this is what all these questions will be with problems with variables on both sides, is when will they be equal? So how many kids would have to attend for the two parties to be equal, to cost the same? Okay, so that's our story. That's part A. So now part B says solve the equation. So we have 8B plus 60 equals 20P. So I'm going to subtract that 8P from both sides. So I have 60 equals 12P. We're going to divide each side by 12, and that gives you 5. So the equation, the answer is P equals 5. Well, what does that mean in the whole story? That means when 5 kids attend each party, the cost of the party is the same. Okay, all right. So let's look at the next one. Let's write a story that goes with this. And remember, I told you I'm never going to have you write a story on a test. Writing the story just helps you understand how these stories work. Okay, so we're going to write a story about a number trick. So if your starting number is n, and Lily's number is 3 times the quantity of n plus 5, and Callie's number is n minus 5, let's write our story. So Lily starts with a number, which is n, and then she adds 5. And then she multiplies the sum by 3. Callie starts with the same number, but subtracts 5. Okay, so what you're looking for in this is, what's n? What did they start out with? What number did they both start out with? All right, so there's your story. So we can solve this equation to find out what number the girls both started out with. So let's distribute first. So I have 3 times n, which is 3n, 3 times 5, which is 15. Now let's bring those n's to the same side by subtracting n. I'm going up here. So I have 2n plus 15 equals -5. If I subtract that 15 from each side, I have 2n equals -20. And if I divide each side by 2, n is -10. So n is -10. Okay, so what does that mean? What is that -10? Well, that means that both girls started with the number 10. I'm sorry, negative. There you go, -10. All right, so we're moving on to number 3. Let's look at what we get here. This is like, I think this is the last story that we're going to have to write. Okay, so this gives you the number of weeks, W, Sophie's money, 300 minus 40W, and Raphael's money, 180 plus 20W. So the equation is 300 minus 40W equals 180 plus 20W. So let's write our story. So Sophie starts with $300. We're going to make money. Oops. So Sophie starts with 300 bucks. And then she spends, because that negative 40, $40, and that W is a week. So $40 per week. Raphael starts with 180. He's a saver because he saves $20 a week. Okay, and the question we're asking here is, after how many weeks will they have the same amount of money? After how many weeks will they have the same amount of money? That's our question. So the first thing we need to do is solve that equation. So we're going to bring the variables over to one side. I'm going to add 40W. You know I like to keep it positive. So I have 300 equals 180 plus 60W. Now I'm going to subtract that 180, and I get 120 equals 60W. Now I'm going to divide by 60, and W is 2. So what does that mean in the context of the story? That means that after 2 weeks, they will have the same amount of money. Okay? Okay, the next, we get the words and we have to set it up. And my suggestion to you is you set up this. Okay? If you do that, the problem will solve itself. Okay. Verizon Phone Company charges $15 a month plus 10 cents per text. G-Mobile charges a flat rate of $55 per month with unlimited texting. How many texts at how many texts would the two plans cost the same? Which plan is a better deal if you send 200 texts per month? Okay, so let's define our variable. Let T equal the number of texts. Okay, so Horizon is 15 a month plus 10 cents per text. So we're talking our monthly fee. So we have 0.1 times T, which is 10 cents times T, plus that $15. Okay, that's Horizon. G-Mobile is $55 per month plus no text. So it's just 55. So this is G-Mobile, right? So my equation is 55 equals 10 cents T plus 15. That's my equation. Okay, if we solve that equation, we're going to find the number of texts that they are going to cost the same. So I'm going to subtract 15 from both sides. So now I have 40 equals 10 cents T. If you divide each side by 10 cents, T is 400. That means, oh, let's go back. After 400 texts, they cost the same. All right, we got to answer that last part. Which plan is a better deal if you send 200 texts per month? Well, we know that no matter what, G-Mobile, doesn't matter how many texts you send, is going to be 55 bucks. So let's do this. Let's take Horizon and replace that T with 400 and then add 15 to see how much we come up with. So this is 40. Oh, they said 200. Sorry. We're going to put 200 in here. So this is 20 plus 15. So Horizon is only 35 bucks. So at that point, Horizon is cheaper after 200 texts. So this is cheaper after 200 texts. So your answer is Horizon. Okay, I don't think anybody charges you for text anymore, and that's a good thing. All right, so the next, I'll put the next few problems on another video.